photograph walking down the road.
Depth of your dovetail.
Can it be a little shy of that if you're
It can, if you're making a table this big,
16,
if you're like my little table, can be shy.
Okay.
I would
Well,
go
thank you.
a half
You're welcome,
inch
sir.
or a little more. I wouldn't go more than 9/16.
Colonel Davis. Sir.
How may I help you?
Oh, I just got dripped on.
Yeah, this is the
great.
drippy spot.
Oh, great.
Great, electronics and water. Love it. I've got a
Excellent
little
work,
spot,
sir.
but I cannot see it.
You can or cannot? Don't tell Jeff.
Noah has got a biscuit.
That's good. I see it.
Jeff, Noah has a biscuit.
Wait, are these the same biscuits as last time?
He's right over there.
Yeah. Okay. So,
Focus, Jeff, focus.
now we got the right dovetail bit in.
He's gonna mess up his table. Thinking about
remember-
biscuits.
Now remember, the column is inset, you know, about half an inch to an inch. You want to keep doing that because if we have it right on the edge, and I'm trying to set this, it keeps teeter-tottering.
Oh, yeah.
That's just a little piece of advice. So to plunge this, you unlock the knob here, and I can move it up and down, and I can lock it back in. Now it doesn't move, so I can go here, and I can lock it in right there.
That's a
And then
nice tool.
pops back up.
Oh.
So, yeah, it's not a nice tree, it's a Festool.
Get it right.
But like, you can use that for so many things.
Yes.
So easily.
Oh, where's the vacuum?
Plain.
So you can hook this up to a vacuum. Yeah, but it would get in the way. We need to be able to see what we're cutting.
What's going on?
So what I'm doing is Jeff made his pencil line,
Harpooned.
and I am bringing that bit down. What's going on here? Am I hitting something?
Did it bottom out?
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Hitting that round.
So I'm hitting that pencil line approximately. Okay, you guys see this? Yeah. Coming down right into that pencil line, right? And I'm locking it in so it'll stay right there. Okay?
Okay.
And now we're gonna commit to the cut, whether that's a little heavy of half inch or a little lighter. This is how deep our dovetail goes. And let's say I need to eat lunch and I can't finish plunging all my dovetails. I'm going to loosen this right here. And it moves this rod, okay? And it bottomed out on that little screw, that machine screw right there. So then, I'm not pushing down anything, but it's just resting there freely. I lock this knob back up so that when I bring this up and I bring it back down, I'm hitting the exact same spot. And that's how you can do really consistent plunge rep. So when you're doing mortising, some people use this for mortising all day because they don't all have one of those.
So are you telling me that once I spin, get the next flat, I can just take that thing over, plunge it, and be in the same spot?
Exactly. There's no measuring, so that's why this is set. So that's why this setup, we had to take the tape off, we had to change the bit out, but then the next two are going to be so quick.
Let me ask you this. Yeah. What if you had another one of these, same diameter here? Could you feel free to just fire right in there?
That's the whole point. That's the goal. You would be able to do 2 or 3 or 4 at a time.
You know, I definitely have 3.
Are yours all the same?
Oh, good, then there you go, mass producing.
So, we got everything set up, we're committing to our cut. Now we
Dreaming
plug
of
the router
biscuit.
in.
We'll get there.
I gotta try these biscuits.
You should really. If you don't like them, there's something wrong with them.
I'll probably like them.
Probably. You ever had some biscuits and gravy?
Oh yeah, in high school?
About different routers.
Breakfast, high school?
Yeah.
I
the
think
time.
if you're like have your own shop, have 3 routers. You want, this is your plunge router. You want, this is like your small, like, you know, cutting board outside trim, edge router. And then a Porter cable for the,
beefiest.
like the beefiest, best, big, and Porter cable makes the best ones. That's from my experience. Yeah.
Question,
What's that one for?
That's for the router table. You can just leave it plunged under, or leave it in.
this Bosch, you have a bit on there, you want to put a decorative edge on the top of your table. Now, when we were doing cutting board and we were doing the end grain, we had to put it in the thing and cut it like so, you know, like cut it like that.
Oh, like the correct direction.
Do you have to do that with these tables because you have like,
So, okay, good question. So, we are forcing it, we're sandwiching it in this jig. It has nowhere to move right or left. So there is no, and we have no, we're only removing material.
I got that part. But
Right.
what about the tabletop?
Oh, the tabletop. Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, you would still,
You could just drive it around the edge, no?
yeah, but there's still a correct way to run it. So remember you put your,
It's just because the
It's-
end
it's
grain's
your-
not
This
flipped up.
thing.
On the end grain, it's
oh yeah, but it doesn't, I mean, it still should be a light enough cut where it shouldn't affect everything. But remember, when you run something on the outside edge, you take your right hand, put your thumb out, and your finger forward, you put your thumb on the edge you're routing, and your finger points the direction you move the router. So it's still around this way, even if it's a round piece, even if it's a curved.
That
Accelerated.
doesn't mean that that's the way your grain's gonna run, and it doesn't mean that you're not gonna get tear
You
out.
might get, I mean, but if you're taking it, if it's dull blade, you got some white oak, loves to tear out, so, you know.
If you're
you can
changing
always-
from one wood to another, it could happen
Yeah.
too.
Okay.
The plunging like this, the entire cut is a plunge.
I don't know why you're
That's
going.
just the way it is.
Okay, so you're ready to make your cut.
Hell yeah.
Jeff's fiending, that's why. You're over here rubbing it in his face. He's gonna ruin his pedestal.
Until it bottoms out on there,
Smelling
lock it in.
Food.
You're gonna pull the trigger. This green button locks the trigger in so you don't have to hold it down, but I don't recommend.
Got a
Just hold the
safety.
trigger down and you run until, and you don't hit your shoulder line that you work so hard on. And you can either leave it on and pull it out or just turn it off and wait and then pull it out. Up to you.
So the technical-
Just don't lift it up. Do not do that.
So I go in and I pull it back.
Yep.
Yeah. The technical term for going past here would be bad then?
That would be bad. That's what we call bad.
Think no biscuits left.
Yeah, don't think about the biscuits right now.
We're gonna plunge.
You got it, Jeff.
Man, I'm waiting.
No biscuits, no biscuits, ready?
And then, okay, so again, all this dust is gonna shoot
Right in
underneath
my
here. So
face
you,
hole.
it looks like here, like you're not gonna be able to see, but you will. You'll
No,
be
I
able to
can't
see your
see
shoulder
through
line
shit.
through that. No. You wanna stay right there.
Yeah, I know that.
You got it.
In and out.
You got it, Jeff.
Ready, people?
Ready. Bravo, Jeff. For the art, covered in dust.
Don't lift it.
Okay, that's
Rosewood, can you smell it?
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, say if you didn't come close enough, you could
Yeah.
come back, okay?
If you're allergic to rosewood, you will find out soon.
So there you go, super clean, consistent cut with a flat right on there. So this one's a little wider than over here, but it's okay, it doesn't matter.
Really big. Big groove.
I think we should have biscuits to celebrate.
I think so too. So now, yeah, so you're set up, you can come back, rotate, make your flat, plunge, and then you're on to making the
Number
legs.
2.
And we can pull everyone together to show making the legs, and that's real quick, quicker than this.
Alrighty, Jeff, after you.
Is anyone missing a blue spruce mallet?
Does it have like zigzag carving on it?
It's just like in a box though.
Oh, no.
Jeff already ran upstairs to the biscuits.
This is amazing.
Oh, yeah?
Oh yeah.
Biscuit. All right.
Is that the same thing?
I think so.
Yummy, yummy, yummy. Thank you, Dina.
Thank you, Dina.
There's a Rahmulation in this week's video.
Yeah.
Rahme's Rahmulating.
Not yet.
Chewing on a piece of grass, walking down the road.
What I did with my marks here? That's wrong. He cut right here.
Mm-hmm.
That mark can't be right.
There's a mark there, and a mark there.
Yeah. Well, these ain't right. How'd I do that?
Maybe you're gonna have to do your divider from the middle of this and redo your divided.
How did this happen? How did this happen?
Maybe talk to Zach about that one too. Oh, it's because he used this line and he pointed it down, and so it's opposite of that. Each one of these will be facing down, so your cuts are going to be in different spots, I think.
Oh.
Does that make
How would
sense?
that happen? Because when you check these, you check out here, but he wasn't. That's the
this was
opposite of
down.
this.
Yep. It's going to be over here, and this one's going to be over here.
Oh, I got you. I see what you're saying, soldier.
This took me a minute.
Took me an hour. So if I go right down next to this one, just like I saw, it's kind of straight. Is that actually right down there? Yes. Then that means the cut will be right here, opposite of this thing. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Oh, jeez, I'm stupid. Trust me, dude. Trust me. I'm going.
Delicious meal, all gone.
Very good, wasn't it? Very good.
Better get to work and catch up to Jeff here.
Make sure that your tool rest is like about center, because you're under center right now. What can happen is because you're under center, it can keep kicking back your your gouge.
Yeah.
And then you can pinch it this way.
What do you mean under center?
So like you see how your tool rest here? If you look across it, it doesn't line up with the center of these two. Pick it up a little so it's just more towards the center, and then you get better angle on it. You're taking more off the top than you are on the bottom.
Are you talking about
How high that is, yep.
Okay.
So yeah, come up to right about here.
Alright, yeah,
And
I didn't
then-
even know that was a thing.
Yep, and then just make sure it's not hitting still. So,
Alright.
and then at this point, now you're taking more off the top instead of the bottom. When you're taking off the bottom, it kind of tends, it's not as clean of a cut, and it tends to, like, it can jerk your tools around a lot more. So if you take off the top, it's more of that shearing cut that
Alright.
you can get. So,
Thank you.
yep.
Chewing on a piece of grass, walking down.
Alright, so this is what I've got so far. This is my edge for my legs. This will be just a gap space I'm doing. Because here I want to make a cone. It's going to be coned out. And here I'll have a rocket shape up into another cone up here. And then I'll